As a metal fan, I'm a fan of many other genres as well. This includes blues. Now, I've been listening to blues for ages, and I think a lot of people forget that metal is quite derived from blues. And it shocks me sometimes the amount of metalheads that don't actually listen to some blues. Because the comparisons, well, just let me show you. Tell me why this has the exact same riff structure as...
I swear, but you're just going to have to go listen to the original yourself, unfortunately.
Fucking copyright!
Not only that, but the vocals are loud. Like, in metal we have
Screaming!
And in comparison with blues, when they used to record and it would be the singers and just their guitars, they would still have to be loud over their guitars, and a lot of them had to shout over the crowds, screaming. Jay Hawkins, for example, which is exactly why he got the name. So the reason that the vocal was loud in blues, and that they're almost like shouting, it's kind of a belt, but it's almost a shout, is because they had to be loud. It had to match the music somehow. Not only that, but it created this kind of... For some of them, they would like shout, and instead of like, yeah, it would be like a yeah, or a yeah. And that's why we have whatever, I can't remember the song right now, but that's kind of why that sound became popular in sort of blues and jazz and some places in soul music and things like that. I mean, I did a quick 30-second blues cover of Darko US's Dragon Chaser. It's not very well done, but you can kind of see the vision when compared to the original. Here's the cover.
No expectations, only letdowns in a world of limited possibility. So when they find out you think different, there will be hell to pay.
And this is the original, of course. Another thing that I completely forgot to mention until I was editing this video, by the way, was that there's a lot of tritone chords in blues. Like, for example, there's this chord. And there's a lot of blues notes. So in a scale, let's say you have a major scale, you would add a minor note. So if a major scale is this, you would add a blues note, and that... So it's very dissonant. It's very, it's like, there's a chromatic feeling to it almost in some cases. Like, this is a terrible example, but it's an example to say the least. But in metal breakdowns, especially like if you listen to someone like Lorna Shore, like they constantly do tritones. A tritone is just two notes that are 6 semitones apart from each other. And we call this the devil's interval because it sounds like this. And when you chug it, obviously it sounds horrible because this is unplugged, but through a distortion of some sort, it sounds so heavy. Feel free to argue with me in the comments, of course, but I know I'm right at the end of the day. Deal with it.
Behind your eyes. Against the wall.